Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Gamers Podcast, and we're back. Like I said, we've been on a roll here with the Gamers Podcast, and what better thing to talk about on the Gamers Podcast than the 2022 Game Awards? The Game Awards just happened this past Thursday night, and I've watched the past Game Awards, but I've only really watched recaps, and I haven't really watched it live, and I never really got really into it till probably like 2020, 2019. Really. Like, I've never really paid attention to anything that happens in it until that time, but this is the first year I've actually watched it fully live. I had a little watch party with some of my friends that night, Thursday night, and it was very interesting. I personally like the Game Awards because I really think, just obviously recaps all the good games of 2022 in this case. But yeah, so I watched the whole thing live, as mentioned. So we're gonna do a little recap, talk about some of the awards that different games won. Talk about the Game of the Year award and a few other things. So yeah, so let's do a recap. To start off, the best game direction went to Elden Ring, which awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. We're not really going in any specific order. I'm just reading off of my notes here. So it came down from Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. And Elden Ring beat that out for best game direction. Then going forward here, we have the best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, and Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality. And then God of War Ragnarok won that one, which they won a few things, and it makes sense. They do definitely got to get the best narrative out there, and it makes sense that happened, of course. Best narrative for an outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game: A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality. God of War Ragnarok won that, which again I think honestly it should be there again. I agree with that. Best art direction for outstanding creative and/or technical achievement in artistic design and animation: God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, Stray, Elden Ring. I don't know how to talk. Elden Ring won that, and yeah, very good art, I think. Best score in music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack: Oliver DeVere, A Plague Tale Requiem, Tuscala Setayo, Elden Ring. I'm sorry, I palmed that name. Bear McCreary, God of War Ragnarok. Two Feathers, Metal Hellslinger, Isori Mastuda. And Bear McCreary for God of War Ragnarok won that, and God of War had probably the best score this year and music I've ever seen. So, very deserving of that. And now we go to the best performance awarded to an individual for voice over acting, motion, and/or performance capture: Ashley Birch, Horizon Forbidden West; Charlotte McBurney, A Plague Tale Requiem; Christopher Judge, God of War Ragnarok; Manon Gage, Immortality; Sonny Sujic, God of War Ragnarok. I'm sorry, I bombed his name. Christopher Judge. It goes to God of War Ragnarok for the winner, which he won. He's very he plays Kratos, and he very well deserved it. I think he definitely deserved that because his voice in the game is just very, very just the best probably I've heard. Best audio design: recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design: COD Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West. God of War unfortunately won that. I really wanted COD Modern Warfare 2 to win it, which they've gotten, in my opinion, they got snubbed multiple times in this Game Awards, and we'll see coming up. Games for Impact: for a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message: Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, I Was a Teenage Exolaniast. As Dusk Falls won, which I've never played that, so I wouldn't really know, but, recognizing that game. Best ongoing game awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Fortnite, Genshin Impact. Final Fantasy XIV Online won that, but I think Fortnite should have won. That's just me though. Apologies for my voice; it's a bit sniffly as my allergies are acting up a bit. So pardon me for that. Excuse me if you hear me sniffling. But best indie game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system: Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Seifu, Tunic. Stray won it in a landslide. You wouldn't even have to, no, I think Stray definitely deserved that and everything. So, best debut indie game. For the best debut game created by a new independent studio, Neon White, Norco, Stray won, Tunic, Vampire Survivors. Stray once again won that. Best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device, Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap, Tower of Fantasy, and Marvel Snap won that, which I think Apex Legends Mobile should have won. But that's, this is all opinion based what I say, but Apex Legends definitely should have won, but congrats to Marvel Snap. Best community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and a game updates patches. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Final Fantasy XIV Online 1 once again. Best VR AR game, for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2 winner, Red Matter 2. And I really wanted Bone Lab to win, but Moss Book 2 won, unfortunately. But, props to them. Now, we're not going to go over all these. I just wanted to kind of pick out the key, because there's quite a lot amount of awards. Now, I'm not going to really go through all of them. I'm just going to go through the ones, that are kind of like important, and the ones that I have in my notes here that I've marked down as I want to talk about. But yeah, we got a few more to go here. So best action game. For the best game in action genre focused primarily on combat, Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Saifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, Bayonetta 3 won. Once again, Modern Warfare got snubbed. Best action and adventure game. For the best action and adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. God of War Ragnarok, of course, won that. Definitely deserves it. Best sports and racing game. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game, F1 2022, FIFA 23, NBA 2K23, Gran Turismo 7, Ali Ali World. Gran Turismo 7 won, which definitely, I think it's a pretty good racing game, in my opinion. So, pretty good stuff, That's definitely deserving. Best multiplayer game. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game, genre, or platform. COD Modern Warfare 2, Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Splatoon 3 won. Once again, in my opinion, Modern Warfare should have deserved the best multiplayer game at least, but unfortunately, no. So, yeah. Content Creator of the Year. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important positive impact on the community in 2021. Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Nibelin, Norbu, QT Cinderella. And Ludwig won that, of course. I think he's, definitely deserves it. Which is, good things. Now, I only have 2 more things in my notes to announce. There's so many awards, and I was just going to go through I just went through the few that were on my notes, of course. Now we have the most anticipated games, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, they won. They won that, of course. I think, honestly, Resident Evil 4 should have won. I think it was, pretty much highly anticipated big things I think should have, happened. But yeah, there it goes to Legend of Zelda. But best adaptation, which is celebrating game-inspired projects across entertainment, including TV, movies, comics, and more. Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk, Edgerunners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Uncharted. On Arcane, League of Legends won that. Now, I think I really wanted the Cuphead show to win. Cuphead is like one of my favorites. It's an all-time classic, honestly, in my opinion. But Cuphead didn't win, unfortunately, and fortunate. But as I said, these are just a few things in my notes I wanted to talk about. To kind of recap this Game Awards. Pretty much the ones, the awards I really wanted to talk about, and a few of the games. And great Game Awards, and of course, how could we ever forget the biggest part of the night? Elden Ring won the 2022 Game of the Year award. And I know a few friends who love Elden Ring, and Elden Ring, it came pretty much between a tie between God of War Ragnarok and Elden Ring, of course. And, not really a tie, but you get what I mean. It came close, and I think definitely God of War Ragnarok was a great game. Of course, it won a few awards here, but Elden Ring definitely deserved a Game of the Year. Now, I personally haven't played the game. I've only watched Let's Plays of it, and, I think it definitely deserved it just by watching Let's Plays, and that's, not even let alone playing it. I mean, I'm sure playing it is a completely different experience than watching it, so definitely deserved it. Great, great game, and congrats to them for the 2022 Game of the Year award. Now, it could become a regular thing. Who knows? Maybe every year the Game Awards happen, I'll come on a podcast and talk about it. I mean, you never know. Just trying it out here because I definitely, because I watched the full thing live, and I know what happened, so I'm gonna come on here and talk about it. But so yes, Elden Ring won the Game of the Year awards, and everything's great, right? So I'm sure some of you guys know about this little incident that happened after the creators and stuff of Elden Ring were done giving their speech. Now, somebody, an unknown person, uh, came onto the stage with the Elden Ring creators and the developers and stuff, and he wasn't a part of it. So you see all the developers and the creators and stuff. They come onto the stage and they give their speech, of course, but some 15-year-old kid apparently, that's what I saw. Some 15-year-old kids just went right up onto the stage with them, with all the devs and stuff. Right up onto the stage, no security, nobody's tried to stop him. He just went right in, and he blended in with them. And honestly, I thought he was just one of the devs or the dev's sons or something like that. It was a random kid at the awards. He had nothing to do with any of it. He was just in the crowd, and if you watch the replay of it, you'll see it happened towards the end, of course, after Elden Ring got announced as Game of the Year, and they were done with all their speeches. So he just snuck up onto it, and I don't know how security let that slide. Which honestly, that's pretty it's pretty crazy that they let that slide. But at first, I just thought like me watching it live, I just thought it was a just somebody who's a part of the team. But and I have a clip of what happened, so I'm gonna show you guys it. And this is what happened. He came up on the mic and had this to say.
I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
Now, I realized at that point watching it live that he wasn't obviously supposed to be there. Couldn't even make out what he was saying until I watched it a few more times, and not even 10 minutes after it happened, the memes were rolling in on Twitter, on everything. Memes were just rolling in, everything just came rolling in, and it is literally the funniest thing I've ever seen. I haven't seen anything like this live before, and it's just so crazy. And I don't know if you guys can really see, but the security rushed on the stage, of course, shortly after he said that little speech, which and I think my thinking is the security just probably like everybody else did, probably just mistaken him for who, another family member or something of the developers and, the creators and stuff. But where everybody's supposed to be, so I don't think, that just had to be the case, because it just had to be a mix-up with security thinking something. So, but the memes just came right in, and if you go on Twitter, at least this is how it was Thursday night, Bill Clinton was the number one trending search, and obviously everything changes, but within 10 minutes of it happening, Bill Clinton and the Game Awards were the number one trending search on Twitter. I just think that's crazy. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's just another thing I wanted to add on because that's pretty much trending everywhere too towards the end. It's just such a classic. Now, apparently, that kid, he was arrested that night. He was arrested, but I believe he's released now. I'm not entirely sure what happened to him. Nothing was really too clear. All I know is he was a 15-year-old kid, snuck up on the stage, and he was arrested. And now I believe he got released because he was only like 15 years old. So I can't believe that happened. That's so funny. And yeah, he's a quite a meme, and I'm sure you guys probably already seen it, but quite a meme going around, quite the popular, and it's so funny because honestly, whenever we think of the 2022 Game of the Year award, Elden Ring, I feel like always that quote that he said is gonna accompany it. I feel like everybody's gonna start remembering it, and it's just gonna be funny. I don't know, but great Game Awards. I look forward to next year. I definitely want to watch it next year again, and hopefully probably be making a video about it because maybe this could be an annual thing. I talk about the Game Awards every year, you know. Because personally, I thought it was really fun, especially watching it with friends. Nice warm meal with friends, and I think personally it was a really nice time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you guys think Elden Ring? Comment down below. Do you guys think Elden Ring should have won Game of the Year, or do you think it should have been another game in the nominees? Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to subscribe for more content, like the video, all the good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram, links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.